Okay, next morning, bright and early, got everything sorted, set up and ready. My painting mentor, Milo, of Milo Garage, said to me on this that it's quite interesting to see what's going to happen when you've let this sprayed edge, this spotted in edge dry, and you've lost that chemical bond between the two. Well, I've tried this in the past and it does tend to re-liquefy the paint. So as soon as you spray the next lot on, it will eat into that and bond onto it. Not like regular paint does, where it pickles it up. It just does it and it bonds in. So that's pretty good. I hope. The other thing that I've learned from my painting mentor is when you're doing any job like this, I've taken about an hour this morning to get all these turned over to be able to get round them all. It's only just a regular garage, this isn't a spray booth. Heat shield there so that you can get round. And what Milo's taught me is this: as you go round a part, make sure, just do a little pretend play act. Make sure you can get all round each part, get access to it, and that no part is inaccessible and you're reaching to try and spray it. And that you can get around it. For instance, gaps like this, I would prefer this a little bit further this way, but that'll be okay. I can get to that, get each one on. So just check it all first, because once you've started painting, you don't start handling it, obviously, because you can wreck it. Anyway, enough chat, let's get cracking.
Bane mask on.
Mask on.
Bane mask on.
Bane mask on. So you think you can begin painting? I've got to stop doing that, it's crap, isn't it?
Yeah. And you don't want to get reset?
Yeah. Turn the heater off. I put it up to about 25 degrees centigrade in here, so good temperature for painting. I'm just going to do this very gradually in little tiny half coat increments like that. And the reason being, there is some existing paint on there from last night, and I don't want to load up the surface too much and cause any reaction. So gently does it for the best results, as always. Now, on the can that you get with these, there's no printed dry time or anything else. There really isn't that much in the way of instructions. So you kind of have to use your common sense. Any normal paint dry time is about 5 minutes between the basic coats. Come around behind me. Just unplug for a minute. And there's no reason that this product should be any different on dry time than any other paint product. So I'm going to give it 5 minutes between coats. That's that. Not going too heavy on anything. Okay, heat shield. Oops, I'm on a heater. This heat shield, the reason I'm doing this is because I just want to test the heat proof or heat resistant qualities. This is a heat shield for the Tiger exhaust. I just want to see if it works, whether or not it just peels off or rubbers up, you know, sort of blisters, or whether it lasts. Who knows? All experimental. Research and development at Delboy's Garage. Okay, there we are. That's coat number one. Gonna let that dry 5 minutes. Roll in. Roll in. Right, coat number two. Just go a little tiny bit heavier on the second coat, but not too much. The only instruction in fact given by Frost on this liquid wrap is to lay up 6 wet coats. That's not very comprehensive, but it does make it quite clear. And I would imagine the instruction that they be wet coats is to get the ability for it to float out. That's that one. 2. Not too heavy, that's that. One more on that finally. That's it, coat number 2, right. Coat number 3. As it starts to colour, you'll notice the areas you've not painted. Gives you a chance to spot them in. Get an even coat. That, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that.
It's Tom Cruise cocktail.
Only if I keep the mask on. But then you'll see it's not. I feel the need for Plastidip. Or Frost Liquid Wrap. Right, number 4. Let's go, babies. Just going a little heavier on them now. Start to build up some coats. That's it, you get that wet coat. That's what you're looking for. Just keep going over till you get that uniform shininess. Speaking of which, come on that side. So, okay, coat number 5, and we're still not block out on all of it. You can still see an orange hue through this, but it is very powerful, that gingery orange metallic. So it's certainly going to ensure it's got a lot on it. This one hasn't quite dried off, but the shininess represents enough paint, that's the point. And when it's gone matte in just 10 minutes, that's not. We have a moth just here visiting us. I know that's going to end up in the paint. Right, let's go, number 5. Just finish this up on these. This is probably going to get ripped off, this one, because I can't imagine this stuff's heat proof, which is why I'm doing it, just to see, so that you can learn for yourselves. I wouldn't imagine you could spray it on an actual exhaust. I imagine that would vaporise it straight away. You could certainly use it on heat shields or anything like an engine casing that's going to get quite hot. This doesn't get any hotter than you can touch with your hand. I've proved to myself that this stuff can run, so you do need to be a little bit careful. Come on now. And not overbuild the finish, because although the runs kind of disappear a bit, they're always there, and you know they're there, which is the worst thing. Right, number 6, coat number 6. Going to do a proper wet coat this time. Make sure that you get from this dry to this wet look. There's enough on there now to hold it. I've got about 1.5 cans left. So we shall see if it all covers. Right, that's one. Starting the last can now. Of course, I forgot I used one of these cans already on the side panels of the Bonneville, so this is only going to be 5 cans to do this, which is going to be enough. And they do spray wonderfully when they're new. When you start a can, you get a lovely smooth spray action, as you can see. Don't need too much on there, as I said just now. That's better. Lovely. Happy with that? Happy. Happy, happy, happy. Right. There's enough in there for one wet coat, which will be number 7, so we're going to give this 15 minutes to go off and then we'll put the final coat on. Let's see that there. Come on, Pen.
Cup of tea.
Have a tea time. Right, number 7 today, but any first coat is a tack coat or grip coat, so you can't really count that. So this is the 6th full wet coat and final, because there's not more left. That's the last can, and that's probably about half full. I know there's enough on that heat shield if I run out, so I can use that last. Around that way. Right, you can use a little trick now. Just pointing away from the job and heat this can right up. Switch on for a minute. That's better. Yeah, that instantly gives a nicer, smoother atomization for that last little bit of paint. Right, there's a tiny squirt left. Just check for any little dry bits. I think that's it. So that's it. There we go. 6 little cans in a row. Let it soften a minute.
She left it on.
Right, that's it now, drying time, same old stuff. I'm just going to leave this alone, shut the garage door very carefully, kick up no dust, no mess, get out of this garage, and we're going to get on the bikes for the day. What's the time now, Pen? It's about 10:30, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we get out there probably tomorrow morning now. We'll come back tomorrow, bank holiday Monday tomorrow, and we'll put this all back together on the bike and hopefully give you a walk around and see what it looks like when it's done. Take it easy, ride safe, thanks for watching so far. Part 3 next.